Hey guys, former WWE Superstar Hornswoggle here, and you are watching TheMan Games. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, follow this channel, like this video, and let us know in the comments below. See, this is why WWE didn't let me talk. I'm not very good at it. But let us know in the comments below if you're loving all of this great content and what you want to see next. Take care.
Hello and welcome to TheMan Games. This is the podcast show. It's the Man
and the Wife
podcast. Today we're talking about Christian Cage being in AEW. So, what were your first thoughts when you saw Christian debut?
God, he's right. Genuinely, I thought, because it was your prediction, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And I thought, ugh, I hope you're right. That was my first thought, literally.
Really?
But then I was excited. Obviously, I was happy for him to be in. You know, I think it's going to be very good. But my initial thought was, ugh, you were right.
What
was your first thought?
My first thought was, yes, I was right.
I could have guessed that, yeah.
Thinking about, like, who you want to see Christian face.
Okay.
Like, his first match in AEW.
Oh, okay.
I was, like, thinking, and I don't think it'd be a very popular opinion. But
okay.
I'd quite like to see his first match be against Jake Hager.
Okay, why is that?
Well, just because, like, as we've seen him fight Jack Swagger in WWE, and then, you know, some great matches. And now in AEW, I think Jake Hager has changed his style a lot.
Okay.
Since then, he's more, like, mat-based, maybe more, like he was before, but I feel like he's more mat-based with, like, mixed martial arts more. Like, he's embraced that side of it even more than he was before.
Right, okay.
So it'd be nice to see them two have, like, a match, like, currently. And I feel like, it could just be on a Dynamite. Like, Christian come out and say, this is going to be my first match.
Yeah.
Like, someone come down and it'd be Jake Hager. Like, so there doesn't need to be, like, a deep storyline or anything.
Just a match, yeah.
Yeah, just a match.
Okay.
And I feel like it could be a match where, like, both guys get over, even, obviously, Christian will probably win.
Yeah.
I feel like...
You can still make Hager look strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I don't think, like, Jake Hager has, like, a massive, like, following, like, a fans, really. I think some fans don't really like him that much, but, like, I do think he's quite underrated. I think in AEW he's not really had his time to, like, shine as much as he could, really.
We reviewed, you know...
Backlash 2009.
And who was in the match with?
Christian.
I thought it was, yeah. I was just thinking that then. I was thinking, I'm sure we've seen a match of those two. We have.
Yeah.
So, yeah, actually, that would be quite good. I quite like that idea, to be fair. I was pleasantly surprised at how good their match was in Backlash, so I think, you know, how many other years on could be good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, like, obviously it's a match we've seen before, like most people, so that's why I think, like, just, like, if it was just on a Dynamite, it wouldn't...
An easy route in. Okay. I hadn't really thought of a first match. Like, I hadn't really thought about... I don't really what they're going to do with them. Obviously, how Kenny interrupted him and he came down. But, like, surely, I wouldn't want him to go for the title yet, like, personally. I don't even know if I want him to hold a big title.
Oh, I do.
Like,
I want him to hold the title just because... Just more to, like, shove it down WWE's face. Just because, like, they just dropped the ball with him so many times. He should have won the Money in the Bank at WrestleMania 25 and they didn't have CM Punk win it. Like, he just returned at the Royal Rumble and they never capitalised on his momentum. They obviously just let him go and sign with a different company. I just don't understand how and I think it's all Vince McMahon.
Okay.
Like, because I know Bruce Pritchard thinks highly of him and other people do.
Yeah.
I feel like Vince McMahon just doesn't see what other people see.
Is it because he's a small bloke, do you reckon? Like, he's slimmer, isn't he?
He thinks Christian is a very unattractive person as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he's quite handsome.
Well, that's what I've heard. Apparently, he wanted to put like a blue dot over Christian's face at one point because he didn't like his face that much. That's awful, isn't it?
Oh my God! Why
be a star, don't be a bully.
Yeah, why do you keep watching this product? Do you know what I mean? Like, when you hear stuff like that, it just makes you think, like, why are we even watching this product? Like, why we're not boycotting it? To be fair, I feel like I do. That's through busyness more than anything.
Yeah. I mean, like, Christian left WWE before and went to TNA to show what he was made of, and he won the NWA TNA Championship
yeah.
Very early. Like, I hope he does win it at some point, but I don't think him beating Kenny Omega for it makes any sense.
No, I don't. This is why I don't understand why I don't understand why there was this Kenny Omega segment and him.
You can fight for it, but you don't have to win it.
Well, I know that. I just don't understand why him coming. Like, I just don't understand why that would be like his first feud.
Why?
I just don't.
But surely, say if wrestling was real, like, if you go somewhere, like, you want the championship, you're not gonna try and start at the back of the line, are you?
Oh, I know that, but like.
And when he debuted at Revolution, the first match I thought that I wanted to see was him against Kenny Omega.
I'm not saying I don't know. I'm just saying. I feel like. I'm just saying. That's not the storyline I thought Kenny was going with.
He's got so much stuff going on there.
That's what I mean. It's like
he's like feuding with Eddie Kingston and John Moxley. Christian's come down. He's going to be fighting the winner of Rich Swann and Moose. They're going to unify the Impact and TNA Championship, and the winner of that's going to face Kenny Omega in a champion versus champion match, I do believe. So Omega's got so much stuff going on.
So why throw Christian in there? Why don't give Christian something better?
Something better than the World Championship.
I'm not saying something better. Oh, God. Like, we know he's not going to win, so what's the point? That's the way I'm saying it.
What's the point?
Yeah.
What was the point of him having the match with John Moxley because he didn't win? He's saying every title match there should be a title change, whereas there's no point.
I'm not saying there should be a title change, but, like... no, I'm just saying... Like... No, I'm not saying that. I'm trying to think what I mean. I don't know, I feel like... I want something different for him. I don't know what though.
Oh well, that's great content.
I can't put it into words. I just didn't see that coming in as the first sort of like big feud. I don't really know what I thought, but
no, I didn't think the go like. I mean, they might not even go. It might just be like a tease. You don't know.
It could be.
But yeah, I think it's pretty soon to do the tease.
Do you agree it's soon? So like it's.
I'm saying it. It is soon.
It is soon.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad though.
I'm just saying it's not something that I particularly want at this moment in time. I want him to have a bit of a run in AEW first before he goes for the title. I want to believe that there's a chance he could win. I don't believe there's a chance he could win now.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? And like that Moxley match, and we knew that. Well, everyone's assumed that Moxley was going to lose. And there was reasoning behind that because obviously with Renee and whatnot. But he'd also been a champion for so long. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like it was like this big blood feud or whatever.
It was.
Well, it was, but he lost a title to Omega, and we expected him to lose because it just made sense to me. I can get that in my head that he was going to that match and we expected him to lose, and that's okay because he's had the title. He needs some time off to be with his wife. He's about to give birth. Christian's just come back in. It's like. I just not going to believe he's going to win, so I'm not going to be invested in the match.
Okay.
Like, it's just not what I want to see anyway. I want to see something different.
Just because they teased it now, though, it's AEW, they might not even do the match for like 3 months.
Well, that's fine. Let him have a bit of a run. I just said that. Let him have a bit of a run first.
No, but just because he picked up the title on AEW, you seem to think like he's going to be getting a title shot next week. That's all.
I'm just saying, that's not what I want. I don't know what they're going to do. You don't know what they're going to do. What I'm saying is, that's not what I want. I don't want him to go straight in for it, straight away.
Okay.
I feel like you're not listening to me. That you just...
I am, yeah. Okay. So, I've seen a few people... We'll move on because you're getting really upset. I've seen a few people online saying that they'd like to see... he's done like the Peep Show in WWE, like his little like talk show.
Right.
They'd like to see him do a version of that in AEW. That's not something I really want to see.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
I'm kind of like the AEW don't really do these like segment things.
They do skitty things.
Yeah, they do. I think they do Dr. Britt Breaker, don't they? But that's a bit different because they do it backstage in its own little area. I quite like that.
She's actually a doctor.
Well, yeah, and it's just I'm a bit over these in-ring like talk show.
There's a lot of them, isn't there? There's Alexa Bliss and there's.
At one point in WWE, they had the Peep Show, Miss TV, the highlight reel which Chris Jericho had. They had Carlitos Cabana. They had the VIP MVP Lounge. Who else did they have? Rowdy Piper was like coming in and he was doing his Piper's Pit and stuff. They had loads going on at the same time.
Yeah. Like, I don't mind them occasionally or whatever.
I actually do really like Bayley's the Ding Dong Show, or whatever it's called. I really do like that. I've seen some people don't like it, but I think that is really good. I think it's quite funny as well. It's funny,
I like that. But when there's too many, I don't like the Bliss one.
Yeah, I don't like the Bliss one.
No, I'm not a fan of that one.
Seems very try hard.
It doesn't seem, just doesn't work. Just not a fan. Not with a character and everything. So I don't want to see something that's like Christian. I was thinking about like matches. And like, because I was saying, I said about thinking about it when I was like writing my notes down. I was thinking like, I don't really know if I want to see him go for the big title. I just feel like, I don't know, just like, but I was thinking maybe the TNT title, and then I was thinking obviously like Christian's known for being with Edge and doing like ladder matches, isn't he?
Yeah.
And like imagine like Darby Allin and Christian in like a ladder match.
Yeah, you see, I don't really know if I want to see Christian in a ladder matches and things like that. This stage in his career, just with him coming back from retirement, I don't want him to do something that's going to make him potentially go into retirement.
Very sensible. You're probably right.
Well,
I thought about that. Okay, just thinking like good matches.
Like I'm not saying he might do them.
He might, but you're probably right. He probably shouldn't.
Just like when Daniel Bryan came back and he was doing, like he was just wrestling like he never, like had his concussions and things. Like he does some running drop kicks and lands on the back of his head, and it's like, what, mate? Just calm down.
Stop it, please. Don't hurt yourself. Yeah, I know what you mean.
I just hope Christian takes it like not easy in like a boring sense, but like I hope he looks after himself.
Just a bit more
ring care.
Yeah, definitely. So, what other things would you like to see from him?
Well, I was kind of thinking like some matches that I'd like to see. Obviously, Omega is the top of my list.
Okay.
I feel like someone like Jungle Boy. I feel like he could have a real good match with Jungle Boy. I feel like he's very underrated. His MVP is somewhat. No, sorry. MJF is someone I'd like to see him have a match with as well.
Yeah.
And like I kind of feel like MJF is a really underrated in-ring wrestler. I think because his promos are so good, you kind of don't realise how good he is in the ring.
That makes sense, because I can think of like his promos, but I couldn't tell you an MJF. Oh, there was one that I watched back.
Jungle Boy.
Which okay, there we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and Jungle Boy, they had a match at what was it last year's No, it wasn't Revolution, was it? It was last year's Double or Nothing, maybe.
I think it was All or Nothing.
Yeah, it was so good. It was so good. It's probably like the best MJF match I've seen in AEW, I'd say.
Yeah.
I liked his one with Moxley. I feel like Moxley's styles and him don't mesh as well.
Mm-hmm.
So the Jungle Boy match was a lot better in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree. I do agree with that. It's funny because what I did was when you told me we were doing this podcast, I went on and do my classic thing is I Google AEW roster, right? So then I can see all the faces.
I had to do that
and names, and then I said Cody Rhodes just because.
Cody Rhodes likes to have a match with everyone.
Yeah, pretty much.
I did think about that, but then I thought, no, I'm not going to put Cody Rhodes in.
Oh, I put Cody Rhodes in because I thought, well, he likes to have a match with everybody, and it'd just be nice, that sort of thing. And then I just like Eddie Kingston, but really, I just really like Eddie Kingston.
Yeah.
And it really surprised me that I like him because I don't think he'd be normally someone that I like.
Yeah. But we both normally we don't so much like Dynamite together.
Yeah.
And for some reason, when he debuted, we weren't we?
Yeah, I can't even think why.
Probably just because we were in lockdown and
that's it.
We didn't have a child at the time.
Did we not?
No, she was still in your belly.
Oh, okay.
So that's probably why.
More free time then. But yeah, like when he debuted, we were both like, who is this guy? And we liked him.
Yeah.
And then I just thought, we'd love to see him have a match with Eddie Kingston. I think that would be really, really good. I don't know. I don't know what it is about Eddie Kingston. He has something. I don't know what it is, but I like it. He has
like a presence. And the
way
he talks. Like, I know I probably
I like believe in everything he says.
Yeah.
Like, he literally means it. Like, and I think, like, he's not cutting a promo. He's just talking, like, from his heart.
I know this is a Christian Cage podcast, but
but we'll get to talk about Eddie Kingston the rest of the time.
I don't know much like being the Elite, but when they did the Brody Lee one, you see him like address Eddie Kingston addresses like the whole locker room talking about Brody Lee and saying it's okay to cry and everything. And it's just like, what, like a guy? Like
he is. He just seems like a top bloke. So, yeah.
And, like, going back to his promos, I know I've said this quite a lot on the podcast as well, but his promo against John Moxley, before their match of Full Gear, when he's saying to him, when my mother... wants to know why I don't have a wife and she doesn't have any grandkids, and I show the AEW champion. That is such, like, I think that might be the best promo I've ever heard. I rank it up there with, like, Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair.
Yeah.
I know it's a bit random, but Scott Hall's promo when he came to WCW is one that I always remember, and like this Eddie Kingston one's one that's like stuck with me as well.
Yeah, definitely.
There's not many like promos that really stick with me, like word for word.
Yeah, that is one.
But that is one, yeah.
Yes, that was very good. What else would you like to see?
I think Orange Cassidy as well. I think.
Do you know, I was thinking Orange Cassidy. They look very similar. Like, I feel like they got like that short blonde hair, slim build.
Especially if Christian was a heel. Like, I want him to be a babyface, but I think Orange Cassidy needs to go up against the heel. So I think if it was a heel, he would just get so frustrated. Like, I can just see like him being so frustrated with him.
Like a dad getting frustrated at his son.
Yeah.
Maybe that's that sort of like chemistry, wouldn't it?
That's
quite
like
funny.
The heel he was in TNA seemed like a really like frustrated heel, and like I think that Christian Cage against Orange Cassidy would be really good.
I do like that.
Like I said, MJF as well, and also John Moxley came out and said maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago if they could sign one person at the moment, he would pick Christian Cage. So yeah, obviously I'm going to say John Moxley as well. Just got, like, I'm not sure. We might have seen them fight in WWE, but I don't remember it off the top of my head.
I was reading a few quotes that Christian had in his podcast with
Renee.
Okay.
Whatever.
What her name is, Renee. And he said that they've like he said something like they've brushed past or they've had like a few fights, but nothing like proper or anything. Like
anything with time, probably.
Yeah. So that would be good. I've also put Jericho. Now, I know that they had a feud way back when. I think it was over Trish, am I right?
Yeah, so what happened was Christian and Jericho, they had a bet to see who could tail who first. So Jericho had to tail Trish and he had to tail Lita for a $1 Canadian bet.
$1 Canadian.
Yeah. That's they make a point of it. Say, I bet you $1 Canadian. That was the bet.
Right, okay.
Promos I do remember. But then like Jericho actually does fall for Trish, and then Christian gets upset.
Right, okay.
And then at WrestleMania 20, Trish goes down to help him, but she doesn't. She turns heel and then signs Christian.
I do remember saying that actually.
Yeah, I didn't expect that when I was like
watching it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how old I would have been at WrestleMania 20.
Is that 15 years
15
ago?
Maybe, yeah. Like heel Trish Stratus. Yeah.
Okay. And then obviously weren't they a tag team as well? They got a history of being a tag team.
They were tag team champions, yeah.
So I feel like just to see that again, I think it would be very good, especially in like an AEW environment, because obviously we all know that like WWE can be a bit of a, what's the word to use?
Soul sucking.
Yeah, just not as organic sometimes. Maybe is the best way to say it. Whereas they put, I feel like, and I don't know like how true this is, but you feel like the talent have a bit more creativity in input and stuff like that, and they can have a bit more. They're happy to take something the way like to some face value, and like if something's going well, they'll keep going with it. Whereas I feel like WWE can sometimes be like, no, this is the plan.
Yeah, like with the explosion going wrong, I feel like if that happened in WWE, they would either ignore it or they'd tell you, they'd rewrite history and tell you this is how it actually did happen.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Whereas AEW would just like pretty much anything make out themselves.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, I definitely think that would be really good to see like that sort of evolve. I feel like Christian's gonna join some sort of faction. I'm not sure which one, and I don't know. That's
because like AEW is faction heavy.
That's what I mean. It's like it wouldn't surprise me if like he turns up next week and like, I don't know, MJF's Inner Circle or whatever.
No.
Well, like it just like I wouldn't be surprised.
Don't put that out there.
Sorry, but I just wouldn't be surprised if something like that happens and he does end up in like some sort of faction.
Yeah.
Maybe not straight away, but maybe down the line.
You see, I don't actually think that'll happen because obviously we go back to his TNA roots. If you're going to go for like character consistency and things, when it was like the main event of Mafia going up against like TNA, I can't remember it might have been called like the Young Veterans or some rubbish like that. Okay. He wouldn't pick a side. Like he was like, I'll pick a side when I choose to pick a side. I don't actually think he actually really ever joins
Still waiting.
One. Yeah. He lost the match and he had to join the main event Mafia, but then didn't let him join and then he left to go to WWE anyway. That was like the storyline.
Right. Okay.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he maybe got caught in the middle or something, but he never actually picked a side.
Maybe.
I can see someone like MJF trying to recruit him, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. Well, he says he's going to be there for the long haul, so it'll be interesting to see what this long haul is and what they do and how long a long haul is.
Just like the more we talk about it, I just can't understand how WWE just let him go. Like none of them go, just didn't sign him. Like what are they thinking? Like, and especially when they've been signing people that they don't use for like a stupid amount of money, and then they just let Christian like slip through the fingers. It just makes no sense.
It's just sad that like it must feel awful for Christian just to feel like almost no value in that sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, if he's all promotion just to let him go. I mean, absolute dream match would be like the Young Bucks versus Christian and Edge.
Yeah. Like Edge, I don't think I can't ever see Edge leaving WWE.
Obviously, he's in a contract now at the moment, so it's not going to happen anyway. But like, could you imagine that match? Like, I don't know. I just feel like that would be ace.
I mean, I never thought Paul White would leave, but I don't see Edge ever leaving WWE. He just seems just like such a WWE boy. Like when he had the affair with Lita and Matt Hardy got fired. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's just. I mean, not that was anything to do with Edge, but they've always sided with Edge over Matt Hardy. Then they've picked him over Christian now, and
that's a good point. So yeah, it'd be you're probably right. So
I think they just chuck money at Edge until he was happy.
I know. It's how much money can you turn down, isn't it? When you've got a family.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or do you disagree?
No, I know what you mean. But think like you went to AEW, you're only working one day, well, at the moment in the pandemic, they're only working once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, obviously it's not like that hopefully the world's going to go back to normal and
at some point. But how much is he working in WWE? I'm assuming he's not in every show. I wouldn't imagine he's in every house show. I imagine he's got.
There's no house shows, is there?
Well, I know that, but like when they go back to think, like
I think he's like a full-time performer.
Okay.
He's not like a Lesnar.
Is anybody else like a Lesnar?
Goldberg. Apart from Brock Lesnar can like do like a proper match.
Yeah.
Sorry, Goldberg, if you like watch this, I very much doubt you will, but
just in case.
And thinking about like storylines and things like that, I can't quite like to see him like maybe like take someone under his wing kind of thing, like
yeah, definitely,
like Griff Garrison, who's in the Varsity Blondes.
Okay,
I'm just trying to think of someone who's like really, I'd say something like Jungle Boy, but I think like Jungle Boy is doing so well in Jurassic Express. Why would you take him away from it?
What about like Sean Spears?
Well, he's in this new faction with.
I don't know, but like if he's not in this.
Yeah, I did think of Sean Spears though. Jungle Boy and Sean Spears are the two people I thought of. But I thought, well, like who is someone that really like needs mentoring, like really.
Yeah.
I was thinking like Griff Garrison, just because like he has a bit of like an Edge and Christian kind of look.
Okay.
And it'd be good for like Christian to mentor someone that's very low down the card.
Watch them come
build them up.
Yeah.
And so like someone I don't really want to see him go up against is like Paul White, the Big Show. Like I feel like
we've seen that, haven't we?
Yeah, we've seen that. I feel like him and Brian Cage could have a good match. I feel like Brian Cage and the Big Show, obviously, like, like I feel like Big Show could put over Brian Cage really well.
And like I think someone like Butcher, isn't it? Out of Butcher and the Blade. That's I think Butcher. I think it's Paul White and anyone big, like big.
Yeah,
it's good. What about?
Sorry, I know it's meant to be about Christian, but can you imagine? Like Paul White and Orange Cassidy having a match. That'd be crazy.
That'd be quite good though, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'd love to see like what they do creatively, because they'd have to do something.
It'd be actually quite good, like to see, like when Cassidy's down, he does like his pocket like jump up.
Yeah. To
do that and just eat like a knockout punch from the Big Show or something like that. That'd be quite good.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't really want to see Christian going up against Paul White. Maybe like I'm just trying to think of like people who would have fought in like when he was in TNA. Like obviously Lance Archer's like evolved a lot, so I feel like they could do. I think they have fought in TNA, so they could be like a bit different.
So yeah.
Yeah. Probably like He's had matches with Sting in TNA, so we probably don't really need to.
I don't want to see that.
Recreate that.
I can only see your favourite wrestler, but I don't know. I feel like you just don't need to see that. Like, it's just not for me. It's not needed.
Yeah.
I don't really want Sting wrestling, to be honest. Like, if I'm being 100% honest, and it's nothing against Sting. I just feel like he's had his time now. He should be mentoring and doing that. And I feel like
if he's doing cinematic matches, though.
I know, but then I feel like, are we going to go down the Undertaker route? That's what I'm worried about. And like having
we don't know like how long of a contract is signed, and he's like 60. So like I know that's what I mean. He's 60, and I don't feel like he's not he can't possibly give a match that he could have done 20 years ago or whatever. Yeah, but that's why he's doing cinematic matches.
I know that, but like, just stop wrestling then.
What is wrong here? He's like a character that doesn't age though, because like of his face paint, he looks the same as he did like maybe apart from his hair. Do you know what I mean?
He's going bald.
No, but like, how many other characters can you say like don't age because apart from like Rey Mysterio or Kane or like?
I get that, I do, and I do, but then his face looks great, but then he starts wrestling, and he looks like an old man. Like, you cannot sit there and tell me that like you've watched him recently. And
he's had one match in like 5 years.
And then what about his match with Seth Rollins?
It was a good match, apart from like Rollins trying to kill him.
Did he look like an old man at any point?
He was taking bumps he didn't need to take. The bump through the announcer's table he didn't need to take. He did a jump off the top rope to the floor. He didn't need to take that bump. Yeah.
Okay. We'll just agree.
I mean, I don't know who like produced the match or was the agent for the match or something, but for a wrestler that age, he shouldn't have to be. I mean, maybe he wanted to do it as well, which is fair enough, but
this is the thing: is that sometimes wrestlers just don't know when to stop.
I do get that,
and I feel like let's go on a nice, let's go on a high note. Let's not have a.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to do here, though, isn't he? He didn't want to go out on the way he went out in WWE, so he's come here to go out on TNT, where he started. You thought I was going to say TNN.
I did think TNA. Okay, but like, how many more matches?
I think he's been in AEW for like 4 months now, and he's only had one match.
I know that, but like, how many more matches?
So I think we can have 16 weeks of his promos with Tony Schiavone. I'm joking. Which they will probably do that there.
Okay. Okay.
So if he's probably only going to wrestle on pay-per-view. So if you had a match at Double or Nothing, a match at All Out, a match at Full Gear, that's like a calendar year. That's only 4 matches. Obviously, he just had one.
Okay. I still don't agree, but
okay. I'm sure we're meant to be talking about Christian Cage,
yeah,
but you just probably try and break my heart in the meantime.
I'm not trying to break your heart. I'm just telling you what you don't want to hear. It makes you uncomfortable because you know it's true.
Oh.
Let's go back to Christian Cage. You're actually angry, aren't you?
Well, like when I was a kid, all I wanted to do was like to see Sting wrestle, and like there's still like a chance I might be able to do that.
Okay, well he's not listening to me, is he?
Well, I'm just saying, like I still got a little bit of hope that like maybe when the world reopens and say if he does fight Cody Rhodes, I can't. Like if he was gonna have one match in the ring, I think him and Cody Rhodes would be a match in the ring.
Okay.
So
that's the thing is that no, I'm not going to keep going because you're just going to get very upset with me.
No, go on. So what are you going to say on this Christian Cage podcast? We're talking about Sting now, but go on.
You do love me and you are married to me, right?
I am married to you. Yes, go on.
All I'm going to say is that you've just been saying great about all these similar matches and that's what you should be doing. Then the next stretch you're saying that you like there's still a hope that you can go and see him. So then it's like the chance of you going over there to a pay-per-view and then you have to watch on the screen anyway. Well, what's the point?
Well, like. Wouldn't we just go for that one thing, would we?
Well, I know that, but like, you had this hope of seeing him wrestle, and then like at the pay-per-view he's just wrestling on the screen. Well, you've watched.
Well, I'd rather be there watching it than my own sofa.
Okay.
So you wouldn't be?
No, I happily go over. You know that. Like I'm not saying that, but anyway, he'll wrestle Cody Rhodes and we'll get to be
there. Okay. Anyway,
I've always encouraged you to chase your wrestling dreams.
You try to kill my wrestling dream by saying he should be retired. We're getting sidetracked anyway.
Okay, very sidetracked.
So back to Christian Cage then.
I can't remember what the last thing we were talking about Christian Cage was, to be honest. We did talk about matches that we didn't want to see.
Yeah, we didn't want to see. I think that's how we got onto the subject. I've fallen down my seat with all this anger built up. So I was doing like matches about 2K20.
Okay.
Like obviously, like I said, the Omega one was the one I really wanted to see, and then they did tease it on TV. So like when my video went up, I kind of thought like, oh, people are gonna think, oh, you just saw that and now he's put the video up. Like I put the video, like I recorded the video before it even happened. That's a bit like annoying.
Wow. Those things happen. Have any comments or anything like that saying that like you're copying?
No. I don't think I've got one comment on it actually.
Oh, right, okay.
So if you're watching this and you have not checked out the Christian Cage vs Kenny Omega match on the channel, make sure you do check it out.
Lovely. Cheap plug.
Yeah, cheap plug. Oh, and another thing I was thinking. Now he's with AEW and they've got this Impact Wrestling like relationship.
Okay.
I reckon at this year's like Bound for Glory, Christian Cage will get inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Oh, that would be good, wouldn't it? I like that. I like that idea.
And Rhino will induct him.
Why Rhino?
Because they're just in WWE.
Okay, but why Rhino?
Oh, because they're like friends as well. And like they have like a big feud in like TNA when Christian like first came in. Really, he had like an 8-mile street fight with Rhino, which was really good.
Okay.
Bound for Glory one year, so it'd be like an anniversary kind of thing.
Yeah,
I can see that happening.
I like that idea as well.
Yeah, I could see like other wrestlers, you know, like how Ken Shamrock, he had like The Rock doing like a cameo, Bret Hart, maybe it was Mick Foley one, maybe.
Okay.
I could maybe see like hopefully the world will be reopened by then and like things can be happening.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's an easy way for Impact Wrestling to get bigger stars that wouldn't turn up in Impact Wrestling.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Good idea. I like it.
Or maybe even Jericho. Jericho could induct him.
That's a good point.
That'd be. I mean, I would think he would definitely do like a cameo for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think there's not much more really to talk about. We've covered like a lot of things, like dream matches we don't want to see, feud ideas, and obviously Impact Wrestling. Well, before we actually go, is there anyone in Impact Wrestling you'd like to see him go up against? You can't think of anyone in Impact Wrestling, can you?
No.
Oh, brilliant. Rich Swann, maybe, like at the moment he's like the Impact champion. They could have maybe have like a nice quick place match. I do like Moose a lot as well, which obviously like he's the TNA World Champion. Eric Young, yeah, maybe I'd say Eric Young actually, just because like I feel like I don't know, because we'll have seen that, won't we, back in the day? Okay. Obviously Eric Young's changed a lot now since then.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I can't think of anybody.
I'm going to go with which one, yeah.
I can't actually remember who works in NXT. In TNA.
Impact Wrestling.
Impact Wrestling.
It's like I think Impact Wrestling's got a really good women's division that I'm more like, if I watch things in Impact Wrestling, it's more
women's. Yeah.
Women's division, yeah. Yeah, they've got Tina Dashwood, John Grace, Jazz is now on there. Sue Young. It's like the opposite to
AEW, isn't it?
Yeah. To be fair though, I feel like they are trying more now.
Yeah.
With, like Thunder Rosa, they've got that that I don't want to say pretty Japanese lady, but like she's like all like dressed up in the red and the white.
Oh, the one that Ollie Davis is like?
Yeah.
I can't think of her name.
But like, she seems like she could be like quite a fun character.
Yeah.
So like I feel like they are trying more. The only annoying thing is they only seem to have one segment every week. But I think next week they are main eventing the show.
Okay.
So we're having a lights out match between Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa.
What's a lights out match?
Like no, like unsanctioned, like no rules.
Oh, okay. I was wishing it would be dark, and I was like, how are we going to watch that?
Well, if you did enjoy this podcast of the day, please hit the like button, subscribe to the Man Games if you haven't already. Leave us a comment, let us know the matches that you want to see from Christian Cage, any ideas you want to see, anything you did agree with or disagree with, let us know in the comments as well. Make sure your notifications turn on so you know first when our videos go up on the channel. So thank you for watching the Man
and the Wife
podcast today.